Hey guys, so crypto is correcting from the peak was maybe around 290 billion, almost 300 billion, went down to 260 billion now. Bitcoin around $10,000 it was for a month or so. Now it's to $9,000. But the more volatile cryptos, such as Bitcoin Cash, almost got again to $500, back to $340. Ethereum almost to $300 again from a low of $120, $300, now back at $240 to $235. Bitcoin Cash had gone down to $180, went back to about 500, now back to 340. But as you can see, I think it's going to correct a lot. I think we will test the bottom likely. But why? And I have to continue to repeat that because many people are way overly bullish in crypto world. Just from my analysis, using logarithmic regression, you can check back my video, but the top will likely be below 2.5 trillion, very likely. The next stop, and will only be by the end of 2022, start of 2023. And what that means for Bitcoin Core, it will only go to 40k. 40k, not 100k, certainly not 300k or 400k, no, 40k, so that's only double as high as the previous high. Ethereum will only go to 3 to 4k, that's triple as high as the previous high. Bitcoin Cash will only go to 10k, 12k, that's only double or triple as high as the previous high. So that's the next stop of the next mania in cryptocurrency valuations. And simply because in the past, always when you draw the logarithmic regression, when the cycle is complete, when you went through a bull and a bear cycle, a complete cycle exists of a bull and a bear, and you draw that logarithmic regression, for example, with all the data up until the bottom in 2018 when we reached 100 billion market cap and 3,050 for Bitcoin Core and $70-$80 for Bitcoin Cash, $70-$80 for Ethereum. Then if you drew the logarithmic regression line, then prices, the logarithmic regression points to 2.5 trillion by 2023, and that's very likely going to be the top best case, because in previous cycles, this extrapolation into the future was actually a top valuation that was not even touched. So it could well be not 2.5 but only 2 trillion, and that means all the prices I just mentioned shop off another 10-20%. That's very likely because that's been the pattern in the past. Every time you drew the extrapolated the logarithmic regression after a cycle was complete, after the bear market was complete, that ended up being top valuations in the future. So this is a pattern that's strong. It's been there after the 2011 cycle, it was the case. After the 2013 cycle, it was the case. So that's two previous full cycles where that was the case. So we have another cycle now that just repeated 2017 cycle, bull and bear, and I mean, past patterns can break, but based on fundamentals. Like if fundamentals improve a lot, yes, past cycles can become more positive, can break out to the upsides. But if fundamentals weaken or become worse, then actually past cycles can break, but to the downside. And that's the case with crypto. Like you can't claim that the fundamentals of the market leader Bitcoin Core have improved. That's not true. You cannot say that. When transactions become more expensive over time, when when adoption, for example, with merchants is going down, you cannot claim that the fundamentals become better. No, they become worse for the market leader. So if anything, this past pattern will break to the downside, not to the upside. Yes, sure, there are some projects do very well. Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, though, lots of problems there right now. But Ethereum doing quite well, but still very user friendly software. Not ready for prime time whatsoever. So I think my estimate here is modest. It ignores the fact that it may actually not come through. That past pattern may break to the downside. That's not included in these price predictions. So staying optimistic here, past patterns will continue into the future. This is the prices we can expect, and that means that we're too high. We are too high currently because it grows parabolically, and so if you only reach 2 trillion or 2.5 trillion by 2023, you'll be half that the year before at least. So you'll be only 1 trillion by end of 2022. Maybe not even. Maybe you're only 800 billion. Today we're 2020, just started, and we're at now 260 billion. Can we get at 800 billion in 2 years at the current growth rate? No, the growth rate is too high. We were at 100 billion a year back. We're now at 300 billion. If we continue to grow parabolically, we will be in 1 year already at 800 billion or 1 trillion, and that's too soon. It's another 2 years to get there. So we need a break in the past growth rate, which is always also the case in previous cycles. That the early bull cycle, yes, we see the bottom was seen, but the new start of the new cycle grows considerably slower than the previous cycle. We still have to see that happening, and we will likely see it happening by crypto testing the bottom and stronger than it did in previous cycles. Testing the bottom previous cycle meant the first cycle in 2011 it was 100% higher, testing the bottom. The second cycle in 2013, testing the bottom, that's done in 2015, meant we were like 30% higher. While testing the bottom in 2020 will likely mean we're only going to be 10% higher, or maybe we make even a double bottom at only like 2% higher. So that means we go below 4,000, and you put your buy orders at 4,000, they will likely get filled. And that's where I also set my next target. But I set a target in between also because, of course, the longer this all takes, the less likely it comes through, and you want to protect against being wrong and not, because of course the missed opportunity cost is enormously high with crypto. Even if it goes only to 2 trillion for coins like Ethereum, I mean the value is 250, it will go to 10 times higher, even more. Bitcoin Cash 300, it goes to 20 times higher. That's the opportunity, and also what you will miss out on if you fail to buy. So I set my buy target also at halfway, about 5,500 for Bitcoin Core, and then the equivalent values of Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. So that's my next buy target, but it's just halfway of where I expect that we will go, which is testing the bottom. So I think this is very important. I also sold yesterday another 10% of my portfolio that was investing crypto in Ethereum now for cash. I was about 28% Ethereum, about 8% Bitcoin Cash. So I cut back to 28% Ethereum to 19% or so, or 17 or 18%. So, and I put in cash. I was 10% cash. Now I'm 20% cash. So I'm now like only not 40% crypto, but 30% crypto, 50% Tesla, and 20% cash. And why? For the same reason that I made the video about coronavirus, protecting against a panic in the markets. Coronavirus continues to expand. It's worrisome, and and I think the markets, we see now the markets start to be impacted by it. Of course, you never know why a market corrects, but it's probably the case that the news starts to spread and people start to become more aware, and I think it will impact the market and also the crypto market. But we don't even need that for crypto. That's why I'm quite confident to break my rule to not sell crypto during serious undervaluation, which is the case today. It is cheap from a long-term perspective, so it is dangerous to sell crypto for cash. But I'm quite confident to do it because there are two strong cases to be made that crypto will correct considerably, and so that gives some kind of margin of safety in case one doesn't happen. Let's say the coronavirus threat evaporates. Well, then still for crypto it doesn't look good. It doesn't look as bullish at all as the market thinks it is. Um, so but I wouldn't dare to sell, for example, more Tesla. I think that's danger. Like there, you don't have that. Tesla is clearly in a strong re-evaluation from seriously undervalued going to seriously overvalued. The stock market is in a strong long-term bull market that has been speeding up for 10 years now and will continue another 20 years. So it's just going to go faster up, and so very likely Tesla will go up a lot. And so if even if the coronavirus threat happens, then still something like Tesla can actually correct very little and continue its bull run. So that's why I don't dare to sell any Tesla. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and good luck.